shattering a part of me, and I can take it. My heart is so hollow, the blood has an echo inside of my veins. My heart is so hollow, your voice is so narrow, making the pain. My heart is so hollow.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. So in today's video I am filming with the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette, as you can tell from the title of this video. I'm going to be doing a full review, blog posts, swatches, tutorial, the whole works. So yes, I'm not going to talk too much about the eyeshadow palette. This is the look that I created. But yeah, if you would like to see my whole thoughts on the palette, I bought it with my own money, so all opinions are completely my own. Not that they would be different if I didn't receive it, but you know what I mean. I'm just telling you what my thoughts are. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump straight into the video and get my thoughts to the nitty gritty of the Jawbreaker palette. And yes, before you carry on watching, please give this video a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean the absolute world. And let's just jump straight into the video. Okay, let's get the show on the road. So today I'm filming with the Jawbreaker palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I'm so excited to play with this palette. I got it in the post, not from PR, I ordered it to myself. I got it in the post maybe like, I want to say like 1 or 2 weeks ago, not really too sure. Basically I was in the cinema watching Men in Black, and Jeffree Star had announced he was launching it at 6 PM on Beauty Bay, and I literally had my phone like this, like right by my thigh to order it, and I was like waiting for the time. I ordered it while I was in the cinema because I was that excited to get it, and it didn't actually sell out, I don't think, straight away. Like, it sold out now, but at the time it didn't, but I wanted to get my hands on it anyway. This palette retails for £54 here in the UK, which is actually a very expensive eyeshadow palette, I will say. However, look at it. Let's just take, oh god, let's just take a little look at all of these beautiful colours. I know my exposure is pretty high, so I hope you can see that. This video is going to be a full review, first impressions, tutorial with swatches and everything like that in this video. I'm also going to be doing a full blog post review, so check that out in the description below. But yes, look at this beautiful palette. I will have photos on my blog, as well as you can probably see them on Instagram and everything like that. It is absolutely stunning, and this palette just screams summer to me. I'm just absolutely loving it. It's probably been my favourite palette release that he's done in a long time. The only actual Jeffree Star palette I have is his first original palette, which is the Beauty Killer palette, which I don't have to handle right now. It's gonna take me ages to get it out. That palette I have a few honest opinions on. I filmed a tutorial with it years ago, like I want to say maybe 2 or 3 years ago possibly. I will try and find that video and link it in the description below if it's still on my channel. I'm not too sure if it is because I had like a channel clear out a while ago, so I'll have a look and link that down below if I can find it for you. And basically I love the pigments in the eyeshadow palette. It is amazing and the payoff is outstanding. However, I found that later on when I went to go use the palette again, it kind of stung my eyes a little bit, and I don't know if it's an ingredient in the shadow or the pigments are too strong or something like that. So I'm hoping that this palette doesn't do that, because I don't reach for my Beauty Killer palette anymore just because it kind of stings my eyes. Like when I'm blending the eyeshadow, it like kind of stings a little bit. I don't know if I'm allergic to something in the shadows. I don't know. I don't think it's a fault with the palette because it was fine when I first used it. Not too sure. So I'm just hoping that this doesn't do that because it was a lot of money. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning. I think he's done a fantastic job on this whole Brain Freeze collection, and it's just amazing. Like the shade names are amazing, the creativity is amazing. Just I'm so excited to play with it, and there's so many colours in this palette and so many looks that you can do that is so overwhelming. But yeah, like I absolutely love it. You could do a full on rainbow look with this easily if you wanted to. When I first got the palette, I wanted to use this really cool mint colour right here to be the main focus, which is called Cute. However, I've recently done a few like bluey kind of green looks, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit and have a break. So I'm going to do more of like a pinky purple blown out eye. So I think I'm going to go for these kind of shades. So the yellow to like blend it out, Bubblegum, Gumdrop, which is a beautiful lavender colour. This colour here, which is like a pinky coral, which is called Fuck. Love that. I don't know if I'm going to get demonetized for that. Really hope I'm not going to. And then we've got this really cool shade here, which is called Cherry Wet, which is just absolutely beautiful. And then maybe the Lemon Drop shade, because that looks quite interesting. It's like a goldy yellow, and this orangey shade. This palette is just absolutely stunning to look at, but does it perform? We shall find out. Okay, so what I'm going to start off doing is some swatches. I never really do swatch kind of things on my channel. It's mainly on my blog, but I thought I would kind of switch it up a little bit. So let's just jump straight into the swatches. What I'm going to quickly add about this palette as well, I love the fact that it completely folds over with the mirror like this. Like it completely folds over, so you can actually hold it in your hand. Like if you're doing like clients or anything like that, you've got it in your hand like literally like an art book. So I love the fact that the palette completely folds over. That's definitely a win from me. Okay, so I'm first off going to swatch this first row right here. So we're going to swatch Virgin right here. This is basically like an off-white kind of bone colour. It's matte as well. It doesn't look too strong, but to be honest I will say it is like basically an off-white shade, so not much is really going to show up on my very fair skin. Okay, so that is the Virgin shade. I don't know if you can see that right here. Next up we have Good Morning. Morning. So I'm gonna, I don't know if you can see my little, oh god, that's a very wonky swatch. That one's not really showing up very much, but I feel like it will be good for kind of like, not dulling down, but if you've put too much on to like soften it up, soften it's the right word. So I don't know if you can see that right here. This looks like I'm swearing at you, I'm really sorry, I promise you I'm not. Next up we have Bubblegum, which is the hot pink in the palette. Ooh, that's nice. Let's swatch that right next to it. I nearly put it on top of the Good Morning shade because I couldn't actually see it. Ooh, okay, that looks nice. That blends really smoothly on the skin. Like it doesn't feel chunky or like chalky or anything like that. And I'm really sorry that I'm swearing at you. Like that a lot. That looks nice. Next up we have Wow, which is a hot, I would describe it as a hot yellow. Oh, that is nice. I don't know if you saw that. I might put it in slow motion for you. It's a hot yellow. That looks really nice. Yeah, really, really good yellow, I can tell already. And next we're gonna go on to the bright orange in the palette, which is called Suck. Let's swatch that right here for you. Can you see that? Wow, that is like fire. Wow, this shade, oh my god. I wanna use that now. Look at it. That is like intense, and the more you layer, okay, this may be the winner of this palette. That is amazing, that shade right there. Like it's honestly like neon. The next shade that I'm going to take after that is called Licorice, which is kind of like a winey red. Oh, okay, that's very nice. Yeah, I like that. Nice and easy to blend as well. Does it layer up? Lovely. Can you see that? Swatches aren't the greatest, I know. That looks very nice. You could do a cute little sunset moment with that. Next, so that is the first row in the palette right here. Okay, I'm gonna try and do that like here on my arm, basically up to my elbow. So the next shade we're swatching is the kind of beautiful like mint colour called Cute. I'm going to pop that right next to the red. That looks pretty. It's not as intense as the other colours. I don't see these kind of colours a lot in palettes, like that kind of like mint colour. So I'm thinking it might be something that's kind of harder to develop. If you're someone who knows like how makeup is like formulated and stuff with pigments, then let me know, because that would be quite interesting. It does look stunning, but I did have to layer it a little bit. Gorge. Next up we have Fuck. There's a corally pink shade. Oh, it's making me sad every time I swatch it. The Jeffree Star logo gets less and less prominent. Okay, just gonna put Fuck. Oh, that's another like neon shade, honey. Love that. Oh my god, I think I have to use these two together. I have to use the neons, I have to now. Okay, then I'm gonna take Gumdrop, which is like the lavender shade. This one feels very creamy, buttery. Ooh, okay. That is beautiful. Really nice lavender shade. I know I'm doing my swatches very strangely. What do we think? I like it. It's pretty. Really beautiful. Okay, then we have a shimmer, which is the first shimmer we've come across. There are
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7 shimmers in the palette. I think I got that right. So the next shade we are swatching is called Snack, which is like a pink with kind of like reflex in it. Looks gorge. Oh, that is gorgeous. Stunning. Stunning. Okay, I'm gonna rinse off my hands. I'll be right back. The next shade that we're swatching is Brain Freeze, which is the nice kind of light baby blue in the palette. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just put it right here. Gorge. That's a really nice baby blue. That will look really pretty with like the mint colour. Love that. Next up we have Jawbreaker, which just looks like it would be a really nice highlighter actually. It's like a white gold. I love white golds for the inner corner. That looks amazing. Okay, let's give it a swatch. Can you see what I'm doing? Stunning. Yep, love that. Feels really like buttery as well. If you can see that on camera, I'm trying to like catch the light. Really like that shade. I'm going to pop that in the inner corner, I think. Next up we have And What. We'll have a bit of sassiness. It's like a reddy pink shimmer. Yep, oh my god, beautiful. That shade with my green eyes would look amazing. I love like red burgundies with green eyes. Brown eyes are really nice one as well. Beautiful. Next up we have Orange Juice, which looks stunning. It's like a bronzy orange colour. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. The shimmers in this palette are unreal. Can you see here? That is beautiful. Yes, you can see. I can see it in the little thumbnail of my camera. Gorge. The next shade we're going in with is called Sour, which is like a kind of like dark appley green. That's how I want to describe it as. Put that right next to the orange. Ooh, yeah, that feels quite nice. It's not, no complaints. Lovely. A nice kind of light to mid-toned green. Next up we have Soaked, which is like an electric blue, and I used to have not Urban Decay, a Makeup Geek single shadow like this called Neptune, but I think she's discontinued it when she kind of relaunched her brand. But if it's still online I will link it below because it would be a really good dupe for this colour. This is exactly how the Makeup Geek goes on. It's like a really nice electric blue. That's a beautiful shade. Next up we have Raspberry, which is definitely more of like a winey burgundy shade than the licorice one. So I'm going to pop that next to the blue. That's nice. It looks like it needs a bit of layering. Lovely. I like that shade a lot. This is giving me like carousel kind of vibes right here. Next up we have Cotton Candy, which is a hot Barbie shimmery pink. Very Jeffree Star. Swatch that right here. Yeah, gorge. Blends beautifully. The shimmers are bomb. Like, they're just bomb. They're amazing. Next I'm going to go in with Lemon Drop, which is the creamy golden yellow, and it feels super buttery. It's got a little bit of fallout, but I might be pressing too hard in the pan. But it looks gorgeous. So I'm going to pop that next to the... Ooh! This shade is stunning. Another inner corner shade as well. Gorgeous. I might use that later on. The next shade, do I have room? Yeah, let's just do the rest down my arm. So the next shade we're going to go into is Bite Me, which is a shimmery purple, and you guys know I love a purple. So hopefully this plays well. That is gorge. That is absolutely beautiful. Love that. Very happy there's a shimmery purple. Next is Cherry Wet, which is like it's gorgeous, but I don't know how to describe it. I'm going to look on the website to see what they describe it, because I just can't. It's a pink, but raspberry pink? I don't know. Gorge. Gorge. That's going to be the new word for this video. Then I'm going to go in with Tasty, which is like a chocolate brown. I think it's quite good that he's managed to incorporate like a brown shade in such a colourful eyeshadow palette. So me personally, I love a colourful eyeshadow palette, but I know some people kind of want like a neutral to balance it out. So I think that's really good that he's incorporated that into his palette, and it doesn't like stand out too much. It kind of fits into the palette. So you've got a nice mid-tone kind of neutral brown right there. So if you want to do more of like a neutral smoky eye, you could definitely do that with like the brown. There's a nude colour which I'm about to swatch that I don't think will show up on my skin. Okay, might be good to blend stuff out with. And then you could use like Orange Juice for a copper smoky eye. So it's very versatile. Then I'm taking the shade Cone, which is a cone, ice cream cone colour. Nice, it'd be a nice light transition. I don't know if you can see that. It just would help to blend out some colours. Lovely. The next shade in the palette that I'm going to go in with is called Delicious, and I know he has a dog called Delicious, so that's very cute. This is a navy blue. Oh, that is nice. It's a little bit chalkier than the other shades, but nothing like crazy. But would you just look at that colour palette? That is absolutely stunning. I'm very impressed with the swatches. Yeah, really nice. Look funny. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just clean myself up a little bit, and then we'll jump straight into the tutorial, and I'll just show you what look I create using this palette. So I've just taped up my eye. Now it's time to pop on the eyeshadows. I'm super excited. I feel like I've kind of got a look in my head. I just hope it works out the way that I want it to. So the first shade that I'm going to take is this raspberry pink one right here, which is called Cherry Wet, and I am going to pack that into the crease of my eye. I'm going to try and not bring it like up as dramatically high as I have been doing recently, but we'll just see how this goes. I'm just going to be packing that into the crease using the Primark 230 blending brush, just because it's quite kind of small. I'm just going to pack that right into the crease. I've already primed my eye with the Winky Luxe concealer and use it to carve my brows. I'm just going to pat over it so it's not creasing at all. I want to apply it to kind of like a tacky base so the shadows are really intense. I'm so excited. I hope this looks as I want it to in my head. Okay, so I'm just going to start by packing that in the crease. I'm trying to be quite careful not to bring it up too high. I'm just trying not to bring the cut crease up too high at the moment, so maybe just kind of like where the socket is. So I'm just kind of working that into the crease. I'm not like moving the brush around as it is because I don't want to smudge the look in any way. It doesn't matter if we get it on the lid because I'll be cutting the crease later on. So that's a nice little point like this. This is a nice shadow, and work that all the way to the inner corner of the eye. And when it's kind of on there, I'm just going to work the brush back and forth a little bit just to blend out the shadow so it feels quite smooth on the eye. Yep, that went on lovely, nice and pigmented and smooth. And no stinging of my eyes, might I add. So the next shade that I'm going to go into is Fuck. So I'm going to take a little bit of Fuck and pop it in my crease. It's the pinky coral shade right here in the palette. I'm just going to pop that above the pink to blend it out. And I'm going to take my Morphe M513 brush. And I'm just going to start by kind of like packing it just over top of the hot pink and then blending it out. The shade was almost like neon when I swatched it, so I'm very excited. So I'm just going to start by like tapping off the excess and just blending this on top of the like very pink shade. Maybe I should have set the like eyebrow section first. I don't think I want to put the yellow on the like upper brow bone. I'm kind of just going to leave it blank so I can blend it out and it's not super high. And I might put a little bit of the yellow on the lower lash line just to try it out, so I get more of like an accurate view. The shadow is really pretty with the raspberry shade. I didn't end up using the gumdrop shade, and I don't really know where I would put it, like the purpley one, so I might do another look soon using the purple one. Let me know what kind of looks you want to see me using this palette with. I think I kind of want to darken up the outer corner, so I'm going to go ahead and take raspberry right here, which is gorgeous, and pop it on the outer V area very softly with a M506 brush. So I'm just taking some of the raspberry shade, just going to pack that right on the outer corner just for some depth to the eye and a little bit darker. Bring it in slightly but not too far. It's blending really nicely together. Yeah, I think I prefer it with a little bit more depth to the look. So my dog is snoring, so I'm sorry if you can hear her. Next I'm going to take Cherry Wet and just go back in the crease just to further intensify this whole look. That Cherry Wet shade is gorgeous. Okay, I feel like I want to set the brow bone with a lighter colour before I blend it together because I don't want to risk it kind of like skipping a little bit. The next shade that I'm going to take is this white gold shade right here, which is called Jawbreaker. I'm going to pop that on my brow bone as my highlights. Stunning. I'm just taking it on the fluffy side of the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. Comes with their palettes. I'm just going to pop that on the brow bone. That is gorgeous. Then I'm going to go back in with that neon fuck colour. This makes me laugh every time I say it. Just use that to diffuse that out a little bit so it's not so like stripey. I'm going to do something crazy, doing this finger right here to show you how okay and crazy I'm going to be. So I am basically wanting to use the purple, so I'm going to pop Gumdrop on the kind of like inner section of the cut crease, and then I'm actually going to take this shade here, which is called Bite Me, all across the lid. Yeah, I feel like it will blend nicely into the raspberry shade. And then Jawbreaker on the inner corner. Okay, I'm getting too excited. Let's cut the crease. So I'm just taking my Winky Luxe concealer, a little bit of it. I just really don't want to mess this look up, and I don't want the cut crease to be too high either. So I'm going to try and bring it a little bit further down. Okay, here we go. Nerve-wracking time. I'm just going to start by kind of packing that all over the main part of the lid, so I don't bring it up too high. That is literally where I want it. I don't want it any higher. I'm going to take it right up to about there, leave that gap, and then pat it in. So the next shade that I'm going to take is this purpley lavender shade right here, which is called Gumdrop, and pack that right on the inner corner of the eye. So after tapping off the excess, I'm just going to pack this on with a flat shader brush. Ooh, that goes on nicely. Okay, that is beautiful. I really like this purple shade. The next shade that I'm going to take is this shimmery purple right here, which is called Bite Me. I'm going to pop that all across the lid and kind of diffuse it a little bit into Gumdrop. Okay, I am just packing that on top of the rest of the lid. That's so pretty, really like that. Gorgeous. Then I'm just going back into the shade Raspberry and just blending out the outer corner. Also just going to pull it in a little bit, like merge it in, get little circular motions on the outer corner. Really, really, really like it. So I kind of want the eyeshadow to be the wing, so I'm just going to pop on a liner but not a wing, just to the outer edge of my lash line. This is the Revolution Renaissance Flick Liner Pen. It's really, really good. Just going to give it a little shake. Then I'm just going to peel off this tape to hopefully reveal a nice kind of like crisp edge. Cool. So for the lower lash line, I feel like I kind of want to prime it. I feel like recently the lower lash line could look a little bit more intense. So I'm going to take my concealer and just pop a little bit underneath of my lower lash line, just to kind of pick up the pigment a little bit more. Like the tiniest amount. I'm just going to flatten it on my brush so I don't like get it in my eyeball. I'm going to blend it out with my pinky finger. I really want to incorporate the bright yellow, which is called Wow. I'm going to pop that right on the like inner section of the lower lash line, like right here. I just feel like I need to incorporate it somehow. So I'm going to take this teeny tiny little brush. It comes with the Urban Decay electric palette. So this is an old brush, but basically any kind of teeny tiny little brush will work for this. Okay, and I'm just going to pop that right on the inner corner of the eye, but I'm leaving kind of like space here for me to put that highlighting Jawbreaker shade. I just really wanted to use the yellow. Then I'm going to take the shade Gumdrop and pop that in the middle section of the lower lash line. I'm trying to really pack it on here. I want the lower lash line to be quite intense for once. I feel like I could make it better. I don't overlap the yellow, but I know it won't kind of like blend together completely, but just kind of tap over it a little bit. And then just so the look kind of merges together nicely, I'm going to take that raspberry shade and pop it right on at the outer corner. Just going to blend it together, and I'll clean up any kind of like residue, I guess, later on when I pop on my concealer. Now we're going to move through the rest of the steps nice and quickly, because the main part of the video is about the eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to curl my lashes to give them a nice lift. Now I'm going to pop on some mascara. This is the Revlon Volumizing mascara just before my falsies. Then for falsies, I'm going to take these ones from Primark. I found these in my box of eyelashes. I was like, oh, I haven't actually used these yet. They don't go bigger at the outer corner, but they look super fluffy. They are like kind of like all the same size all the way around. They're super wispy and fluffy. They're the 3D iconic lashes and they're only £2 from Primark's own beauty range. So I'm really excited to put these on and just hope that it makes the look nice. So I'm going to pop these on and I'll be right back. So I've put my lashes on now. I'm going to pop some liner through the waterline. I originally was going to put a blue because I thought I was going to use a blue shades, but I'm going to put a purple in the waterline. This is the Wonder 2 Superstay liner in the shade Ultraviolet. I'm going to pop that through the waterline. I also just took a cotton bud and just kind of cleaned up underneath the lower lash line just to mention. Now it's time to move on to my face. I'm going to start off with the Revolution Caffeine Energizing Essence Spray, just because I feel like my skin's been a bit stressed at the moment. Also, I went to London yesterday. I've come back this afternoon. I was in London this morning and I feel like the pollution's kind of got to my skin. I feel like when I don't go to London for ages and I suddenly go and like spend some time there, my skin just freaks out. So I'm going to take some caffeine spray just to wake up my skin. I'm going to skip primer just because I can't be bothered to rummage in my drawers and find a primer. But I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever foundation. This is in the shade Y225. I haven't used this in a little while, so I thought it would be fun to give it a go again. So I'm going to pop that all over my face. And I'm going to apply it with a new blender, which by the way is so soft. Like, look how bouncy that is. This is from a brand called Spicy Choco and it comes in a cute little glass pot. But I thought I would just show you that. This isn't sponsored or anything. I just wanted to show you how squishy this sponge is. So I will link them down below. To ruin my beautiful new white sponge. I'm just going to bounce this all over the skin to blend it in. Then for cream contour, I'm going to take my Bella Pierre Contour and Highlight Duo in the shade Dark Deep and just contour my usual places. So under my cheekbones, around my forehead, nose, under the jaw, you get the drift. Then I'm going to take my Smashbox Cream Cheek Brush to blend this out, just in little circular buffing motions. Then for concealer, I'm going to take my Winky Luxe Concealer and just pop it in my forehead, down the nose, under the eyes to brighten, and on my chin, and then blend it in with the sponge. Then to set the face, I'm going to take this powder from Technic. It's their Colour Fix powder in the shade Bisque. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and press this into the skin to set my foundation and concealer. Now I'm going to contour using a product I used to use all the time. This is the Nip and Fab Contour Palette. The lid has broken, so we're just going to open it up. But I'm still going to use it up because I don't like to waste my makeup. So I'm going to take this shade right here from the contour palette to contour my face. I'm going to put it straight on top of where we put the cream contour, just to emphasise it and lock it in. Then for bronzer, I'm going to take this one from Barry M. This is the Deep Glow Dark Bronzer. I'm just going to bronze up the outer perimeters of my face for a nice glow. Then for blush, I'm going to take this hot pink corally shade because I think it will go nicely with the pink in the crease, from the Blush by 3 Lace palette from Sleek Makeup. I'm just going to pop that on the apples of my cheeks. Then just to dull it down a little bit, I'm going to take my powder brush and just kind of go over the top of the blush. Then I'm going to set my makeup using the caffeine spray. I like using skincare sprays on top of my makeup. I just feel like it makes my skin look glowy and nice. Moving on to highlights, I'm going to take the Doll Beauty Like a Diamond Doll Light Highlighter, which looks like this. It's beautiful. I pop that on my cheekbones, above the brow, nose, down the nose and above the lip. Just going to quickly spray my Zoeva Luxe Powder Fusion brush with a little bit of the spray, just so when it picks up the highlight it's even more intense. Start by dusting that on match close very lightly. This highlighter is so blinding, I feel like whispering. Above the brow, just so when you turn your head it looks pretty. Then I'm going to set my brows into place, and totally random, but I'm using this Pretty Little Thing brow gel that came with an order ages ago, and I just figured I would try it out. It's alright, does the job. Okay, I'm just going to brush through my brows. Then to finish off the eyes, I'm going to go in with that Jawbreaker shade and pop it right on the inner corners of my eyes. Just using a little pencil brush. Oh, that goes so nicely with the yellow. Then to finish off the eye look, I'm just going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. We may have got some mascara just here, but we're going to pretend it's not there and fix it later on. For lips, I'm going to line them with Max Spice lip liner. And then for my lips, to fit the theme of the video, I'm going to take my Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Celebrity Skin. So this is the finished makeup look. I'm absolutely obsessed with how it turned out. The neon in the crease is just like a bit of me, the purple, the yellow, loving it, and I am rating this eyeshadow palette. This is bomb. It's upside down. This is bomb.com. I am literally obsessed. I think this will be one of my new like go-to bright eyeshadow palettes. And I've got concealer all over it. Sorry, Jeffree. Okay, I've wiped it off. There we go. But this palette is absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to play with it some more. I really want to get into that mint colour. I want to play with like this dark navy blue, like the electric blue. There's a lot of things that could be done here, and I'm super excited. So I'm definitely going to plan out some more looks to do with this palette. So definitely keep an eye out for that on my channel. But yes, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. The palette is an absolute winner for me, hands down. Like, just look how like powerful the eyeshadows are. They blend really beautifully. The pigments are insane. Thumbs up. Love the palette. I will be doing a full blog review, so check that out in the description below. And yeah, if you enjoyed watching this video, definitely give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean the absolute world. Check out my Instagram. My handle is shivonmakeupbiz, and I shall see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Now I am going to do a full blog. Oh my god. What I'm going to... This video is going to be a few... Oh my god, I feel so buttery. My finger is right in bed. Now we're going to move through the rest of the straps. Okay. The first shade that I am